Oh, honey, grab a cup of tea and brace yourself because Monday's episode of Beyond the Gates was like getting slapped across the face with a DNA test and a side of betrayal casserole. I mean, it was chaos, confusion, and couture-level drama. Let's break this all the way down in true funny, sassy, and shady commentator fashion. Welcome to your soap spill for May 12th, where secrets come out, tears get turned on and off like a leaky faucet, and the Dupree family tree just grew another messy branch. The first stop, Ted gets tag-teamed by the Dupree women. So we kick things off with Dani storming, over to Ted's pity palace to read him from Genesis to Revelations. She called him every name except a child of God. Scumbag, piece of trash, a sad excuse for a husband. Now Ted is sitting there looking like a guilty golden retriever caught chewing up Nicole's wedding dress. He knows he done screwed up. He tries to throw in the classic I'm not Bill defense, but Dani is not here for trauma comparisons, baby. This is about Nicole, not a man she already left in the dust years ago. Ted tries to drop the we had fertility issues bomb like that makes cheating with Leslie okay. Sir, fertility struggles are not an open bar pass for affairs. Dani pieces out, but just as Ted's about to breathe again, boom, here comes Anita. And y'all, Anita didn't come to talk, she came to bury him. Anita calls him a coward, says he's not even man enough for a Dupree woman. And when she mentions that Leslie's passing around DNA tests like she's Oprah handing out cars, Ted starts twitching like a glitchy Wi-Fi signal. She tells him to handle his business or forget about redemption. Whoop, Ted got tagged out. We now have Uptown tears and sibling spite. Meanwhile, over at Uptown, Martin and Kat are basically trauma bonding over what a hot mess their family is. Vanessa rolls through trying to play auntie therapist, but Kat is not accepting hugs from anybody who ain't bleeding like she is. She literally gives Vanessa the ice treatment, and baby, that chair Kat sat in might still be frozen. Vanessa pieces out and tries to find by sipping, and of course, cue Joey, everyone's favorite emotionally available, sneaky / potential homewrecker. He offers his ears and probably other body parts to Vanessa, but she's in a mood. She opens up about Nicole's heartbreak, but Joey somehow flips it into, maybe you're just mourning who you used to be. And she's like, yo, you might be right. Sir, this ain't therapy, this is a shady trick, chill. Joey tries to shoot his shot, but Vanessa respectfully declines and heads home like a good, almost sort of still married woman. Growth. We're over at Nicole's, a tearless apology and a DNA bombshell. Now let's sashay on over to the House of Heartbreak, aka Nicole's. Here comes Leslie with her baby I'm sorry act, again. But Nicole's not buying what Leslie's selling. Especially since the last time she saw her, she was dressed like a fake Sherry popping out like a villain in a Tyler Perry plot twist. Nicole lets her have it. Why treat me and my kid like garbage? Leslie tries to sob, but Nicole's not moved. In fact, Nicole hits her with a full-on read. Save the crocodile tears. And Leslie literally goes, okay, fine, and flips the waterworks off like a faucet. I screamed. She said, I didn't want him. I just wanted to ruin him. Girl, we know. That's why you're in this mess now. Nicole kicks her out with the swiftness of a woman who has seen enough. Period. What's going down at the den? Shady business and lost hope. Meanwhile, Eva is in her backstabber core era. Mona rolls up to the secret den where Eva's out here trying to get away from her guilt. She gives Eva a look like, girl, you disgust me, and Eva's trying to keep a straight face while her life is crumbling harder than Leslie's excuses. Mona calls her a backstabbing heifer, wow, and Eva hands over the house key like it's a thing of shame. And just when you think Mona might soften, she says good and walks off. Drag her, Mona, drag her with dignity. Later, Doug stumbles back in like a man who definitely does not have his impulses under control, even though he said he did. Lies everywhere. Let's go back to Leslie's. When liars get left on read, Leslie goes home and starts talking to herself about how Ted only loved Nicole's money. Projection much? Mona shows up, and for a second, Leslie thinks she's gonna get a hug. Oh, sweetie, no. Mona shoves her back like she's a raccoon on her porch. She says Leslie's a snake and she's done. Leslie tries to keep her fantasy friendship going, but gets hit with a big fat enjoy the burn, sis. And then Ted shows up like the final boss. He tells her to stay away from the Duprees or else. Leslie's delusional self claims she still loves him. Ted says, love? You don't even know what that is. And I swear I felt that one from the couch. And finally, spray it away, Nicole. Back at Nicole's, she's aromatherapy blasting her trauma with room spray, like she's trying to fumigate the lies out of her living room. Kat and Martin come home and Nicole gives them the DNA truth. Eva is their sister. Kat short circuits. She's ready to call security, ICE, the Avengers, anybody to get Eva out of town. Nicole confirms the test is legit. Kat says, I can't even, and honestly, same, Then, one last twist. Ava walks into Uptown like a sad girl in Zara, and Dani, out of nowhere, invites her to join them. Plot twist alert. Anita even takes her hand and calls her resourceful, but don't get it twisted. Because just when you think they're warming up to her, Anita delivers the death blow. You deliberately hurt Nicole. You'll never be part of this family. The way Eva's face crumbled, baby, she wasn't ready. She thought she got invited to brunch when in fact she was on the menu. This episode was a whole emotional tornado with side servings of sass, scandal, and slapdowns. Leslie's getting exiled, Ted's getting ethered, and Eva's out here losing everything but her poker face. The Dupree DNA machine is still spinning, and somehow this family tree just keeps sprouting chaos. Y'all better hydrate because tomorrow looks messier than Leslie's web of lies. Until next time, keep your room spray close and your enemies in your DNA test kit. Bye for now.